Good morning, coaches, consultants, experts. Leon Street back again. It is Sunday morning and we're ready to go again. We've got another great topic for you. And this one, I guess a lot of people look at this in either two camps. One is this is a whole bunch of woo-woo, or the other camp is this really works. And what I'm talking about is how these daily affirmations seem to explode success for coaches, experts, and consultants. So I'm going to take you through, as always, I've got some stuff prepared for you, and I'm going to take you through some research first of all, and I'm going to take you through the actual affirmations that you perhaps need to consider. And I'm going to do this from the point of view that my goal with this is to show you that it's not woo-woo because I have science. I have some research to share with you, and I want to share with you more to do with neuroscience, psychology, and what actually goes on with the brain, what's happening with your brain in particular, and how you can find success with this. And it's important that we look at the science because you'll understand why I guess I've raised the question about affirmations in the first place. And it kind of got me thinking. I delivered a presentation, it must have been around about 3 weeks ago, to a group of 16 to 25-year-olds. And one of the key things that I was delivering the presentation on was motivation, and how these younger adults can be inspired into new careers and different things and opportunities. And one of the things that I had in the presentation was affirmations. What's quite interesting, most of the individuals who were on the live webinar that I did, I think there was about 50 or so, because I was doing it on behalf of Employability UK, who asked me to do it as a charitable speaking gig to inspire, the next generation, which I'm all about. And so that led me to think, well, I have this in my toolbox and it's something that I share with clients, but I thought, let me just get it out to everybody out there. And so you can see what I'm talking about when it comes to affirmations. The science bit is important, and I believe you guys are going to love that, because it will connect your creative mind to your logical mind, and you'll see the power in what I'm going to share with you. So let's get into this. Before we get into the main content, remember, guys, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're not on YouTube, just go to leonstreet.com/YouTube and you'll be redirected directly to my YouTube channel. Just hit subscribe and then click on the notification bell to be notified of all of my upcoming videos, just like the one today and my other uploads. And let's kick off, as always. I'm going to start with this quote from Wayne Dyer. And, if you've ever come across Wayne Dyer, you'll know the things that he created in his lifetime are very powerful when it comes to personal development and achieving the things that I guess are visionary, the goals, the things you want to attain that you don't have yet or they don't exist yet. My favorite affirmation when I feel stuck or out of sorts is, whatever I need is already here, and it is all for my highest good. Jot this down and post it conspicuously throughout your home, on the dashboard of your car, at your office, or on your microwave oven, and even in front of your toilets. And the reason why I like this is, when you come from, I guess, a visionary place, like, whatever vision you have for your life, your business, the things you want to achieve, the importance of creating an affirmation, if you don't know what it is, I've got some examples, is it's creating something that motivates you and it adds a positive approach to what it is that you want to achieve. It's not just something you put together just to inspire and motivate you, just to, use it whenever you need. You should be using affirmations to inspire you towards whatever your vision is. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. They think it's just a daily practice of like going to the gym. No, it's actually rewiring and reprogramming the mind. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. And like I said, I've got some science that I want to share with you. And I get excited with science because you know what it does? It shuts up the logical mind. And when I was younger in my early career, I guess like from 28 and so on, at that point of my life, like I really used to question personal development and the different things that I'd come across. And it's because I always came from this place of science, and therefore I doubted a lot of things. And unless it was kind of proven in science, I didn't believe. And so whenever I show science related to this stuff, for me, it just kind of reaffirms like the positive approach and the reality and the proof that we need in order to, I guess, kind of just shut up the logical mind and say, you know what, this stuff can work, does work. There's the evidence, go practice. So let's look at the definition first of all. So for me, positive affirmations, they're positive phrases or statements used to challenge negative or unhelpful thoughts And that in itself it's one of the key things that a lot of people don't understand. And what I say they don't understand is the negative and unhelpful thoughts. Well, where do they come from? Right? That's why we use affirmations. And this is why a lot of people do benefit from using this, I guess, this toolbox of approach to quiet the negative thoughts. So let's look at some of the science in, well, where do these negative thoughts come from in the first place? So let's look at this. So in 2005, the National Science Foundation published an article regarding research about human thoughts per day. The average person has 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day. Of those, 80% are negative and 95% are exactly the same repetitive thoughts as the day before. So as a human being, scientifically proven, you are wired to be negative. 80% of your thoughts every day are negative. Like literally, I mean, I know waking up today, I've had negative thoughts. I've even had thoughts that are where I'm questioning myself or I doubt myself. And the key is, as long as I'm not buying into the negative thoughts and I'm just saying, oh, actually, what's that thought all about? Why is it coming up? I'm not buying into the negative thought. And that in itself is about, I guess, it's my ability to take more of a mindful approach to how I'm wired biologically. And this for me is the importance of why affirmations are needed. So why do we need them? Yeah. So yes, that's what it should say at the top. It says, why do them? So why do we need them? Why actually do them? You may choose to use positive affirmations to motivate yourself, encourage positive changes in your life, or boost self-esteem. And when you think about it as a human being, if we're scientifically proven to have 80% of our thoughts that are negative, that's why we need them. We need some type of tool, some type of method in order to combat the negative. And if it's going to give you motivation or it's going to encourage positive changes in your life or boost self-esteem, then I'd say, that's well worth doing. So if you frequently find yourself getting caught up in negative self-talk, positive affirmations can be used to combat these often subconscious patterns and replace them with more adaptive narratives. And this is the part that a lot of people don't see. You see, positive affirmations are to combat not just negative thoughts, but the subconscious thoughts, the thoughts that actually control 90% of what you do or think about on a day-to-day basis. It's a thing that most people, because human beings as we are right now, we're most conscious obviously when we're awake, that we don't consider the things that are going on kind of beneath the surface. For instance, we don't have to think about our heart beating and pumping blood around. It happens, and we have these organs, we have these systems in our body that actually take place and run subconsciously. And the thing is, the brain also has this ability in the way that it thinks, the way that you can go for your goals, go for your visions, the way that it brings up positive things in your life, and also, as I said, the negative things. And as we just saw with the science research a moment ago, 80% of the things you think about are negative. And that's why positive affirmations are important. And this is a good reason why you can do them. Yeah. So this is another science study. I just want to share with you, this is my last piece of research, and then we're going to get into examples of positive affirmations and a few other bits. A 2009 study found that present tense positive affirmations had a positive effect on people with high esteem, but a detrimental effect on those with low self-esteem. So, even before I get into showing you examples of positive affirmations, I want you to understand this, that positive affirmations had a positive effect on people with high self-esteem. So if you're already confident, high self-esteem, they're going to give you a real drive. But they had a detrimental effect on those with low self-esteem. And this was a study that was done back in 2009. So individuals with low self-esteem who made present tense like I am statements, and these are part of the examples I'm going to show you, positive affirmations felt worse than individuals who made positive statements but were allowed to consider ways in which the statements were false. And this is important because if you're doubting your own positive statements, it's not really going to have a great effect. But here the final part of this research study. Individuals with low self-esteem who made future tense affirmations, as in I will, rather than I am right now, but I will, I'm going to get to it, saw positive effects. And this is really cool because then you start to understand what types of affirmations you should be using. So if you have high self-esteem right now, then your positive affirmation should all start I am, present tense, as if you've already achieved the thing. If you have low self-esteem or low confidence, you need to write affirmation statements that start with I will, like you're going to do it, because that will motivate you into the right mindset. So I'm sharing this part because obviously this was done from science, and a lot of people don't see this, and therefore you end up with a mixed bag of affirmations. And the thing is, the I am and I will, they do serve two different purposes, and a lot of people don't understand this. They just create affirmation statements and don't know if they're going to work for them or not. So now you understand the difference. So some studies have found that self-affirmations, which involve writing about one's core values rather than repeating a positive self-statement, can improve performance under stress. And that's also interesting. So let's say you are a person with high self-esteem, but you're stressed right now. Then writing your core values as part of your affirmation statements will actually improve your performance as well. And again, this is, people don't understand this. Yeah, they think affirmations are woo-woo, but when you start to just look at these slight bits of research, like I've just showed you, science reports, then you understand what the difference is and you understand why. So let's get into this. Let's look at some benefits of positive affirmations. Self-affirmations have been shown to decrease health deteriorating stress. So that was research done in 2009 and 2015. Health deteriorating stress, things like diseases, things that affect human beings in a real bad way. Another benefit is self-affirmation has been used effectively in interventions that led people to increase their physical behavior, which is another health benefit. And here's one more. There's lots more of these benefits. I just chose 3 from the research that I was doing, guys. And if you do want to know more about where I got this information from, just send me a message or drop a comment below this video and I'll send you the research sources for where I've got this material from. Just, if you're curious and you want to find out more and it's a topic of interest to you. Another benefit is they may help us to perceive otherwise threatening messages with less resistance, including interventions. And, this is, all of these things are real powerful, because before you come into this world of affirmations, and I would even say if you've got into affirmations and never understood the science of what I've just shared with you, it really probably came across like a whole bunch of bullshit. And I'm saying this with like really good intentions here, because that's how I used to look at it. Because I think, how can repeating words just, really, improve where I am or take me to a different place? And when you start to understand that actually it was only the negative side of me doubting it, but the more I got into understanding the research and the real logics, it was like, that gave me the proof, the evidence for me to understand why. And instead of just doubting things, then you understand that, I'm not going to come from this place of where my brain is 80% negatively wired. And, obviously science shows this. Now you start to understand, well, there is clear benefit and clear reason for you to practice affirmations. So hopefully now you understand why affirmations are a good thing. And you're probably wondering at this stage, well, come on, Leon, what do they look like? Well, I'm happy you asked that question. But there was a real importance for me to show you all the stuff before, because I wanted to make sure that you understood why affirmations are important. I wanted you to understand the science behind affirmations, which comes from neuroscience, psychology, rewiring the brain. And as I showed you with those science researches a bit earlier, the surveys and the reports that these scientists did, is that now you understand why it's important. It's your job to rewire the 80% negative approach that biologically human beings have. So let's have a look at what they look like. Well, here it is. So here's some examples, and I'm going to zoom in on these. And let me just zoom in, and you'll lose my face for a moment, guys. So we're going to start on the left-hand side. I'm right here where I need to be. So that's in present tense. So that would be, as I said, for somebody with high self-esteem, life doesn't happen to me. Life comes to me, happens through me, and happens for me. That is present tense. Again, this would be for somebody with, as I said, high confidence. I am a magnet for abundance. Yeah, present tense. I invite peace and harmony to dwell inside me and surround me at all times. This is present tense, and this is important. Let's say you're a person who is quite angry a lot, or even passive aggressively rather than outward aggressive, or there are things going on around you, aggressive people or negative people, just different things. And this is powerful, because actually what it does, it helps people in that situation. I invite peace and harmony to dwell inside me. Now, if your life is going well and that type of affirmation was read aloud to you by some. You might be thinking, well, why would somebody waste their time on that? And what I want to share is that affirmations are important because they should combat what's going on internally with you and externally with you. Another person's affirmations don't have to be your affirmations, and this is why it's important to understand, the differences in affirmations with a person with high self-esteem and a person with low self-esteem, because you start to create affirmations for your individual life, to take you to your individual goals that you have. And this is where people get lost with affirmations. They think it's just a whole bunch of statements, and they don't understand what angle you need to come from for you. Here's another one. I am the architect of my life. I build its foundation and choose its contents. Again, that's present tense. So most of these on the left-hand side, you can see these would come from a place where the person is, coming from high confidence, high self-esteem. On the right, we've got the millionaire mind, some examples from T. Harv Eker. I create my life. I create the exact amount of financial success. And again, that's present tense. I play the money game to win. My intention is to create wealth and abundance. I admire and model rich and successful people. I believe money is important. Money is freedom, and money makes life more enjoyable. I get rich doing what I love. And I tell you why I'm sharing these ones. A lot of people could come from the left-hand side, happiness and success. But you may have affirmations that are to do with increasing your financial wealth. It may be to do with growing your business. It may, well be to do with receiving way more income than you've ever received before. And it might be because you've got a lot of negative thoughts and programming from childhood right up until now, and experiences around not receiving a lot of money. And perhaps that's why your coaching, expert or consulting business might not be attracting in clients, because your approach to whatever it is you're doing with your marketing and the way you run your business are all linked to these negative thoughts that you can't control, because that's how you're wired biologically. But the way that you adapt and go around them is by reprogramming using these positive affirmations. And whether they come from a happiness and success place, which is where I started, because I wanted to anchor you guys into perhaps that's all you're looking for, or from a financial place where you want to look at growth, you want to look at wealth and taking your business to the next level. I'm a generous giver and an excellent receiver. That's a real powerful one. And again, present tense. I am truly grateful for all the money I have now. Lucrative opportunities always come my way. My capacity to earn, hold, and grow money expands day by day. These are really great positive affirmations, and these are some that might just give you the beginnings or the starts of what types of affirmations you can start to construct for you. And what I'd say to you is that as you're creating your positive affirmations, like I said, come from a place with what's going on around you that you want to change. Where do you want to see change? And your affirmations, whether you create 3, whether you create 10, it's entirely up to you. I wouldn't go too far where you've got like literally 50 affirmations, because it'll probably take you, quite a long time to go through them. Or perhaps you do want to have a long list and you want to choose 10 every day. And, by the time you get to the end of the week, you've repeated, 70 affirmations, and you have been constantly reprogramming your mind around what positive affirmations you can use. So let's just dive in a bit further, and let's bring me back on the screen. Let's show you some more examples. Here's an example from Louise Hay. I'm in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. That's a very powerful one in the present tense. Conscious breathing is my anchor. Again, this is one for people who are constantly agitated, anxious, and stressed and depressed. Breathing is a good thing, and you find this with meditation, that it's a good place to anchor, because when you focus on breathing, you kind of start to block out the negative thoughts of your mind and quiet your mind and become more mindful of what's going on with you, rather than just the negative thoughts or fears in your life. Ram Dass, you are loved just for being who you are, just for existing. This is a real powerful one, because not a lot of people would kind of relate to this one. But the reason why I'm sharing this one from Ram Dass is, there's a lot that I've come across, especially with all the coaching and consulting clients that I've worked with over the years, like literally thousands. And, whether it's talking at an event or coaching them directly, you find a lot of people, they've had different experiences where they don't feel loved, or they don't feel worthy, like self-worth, right? And this one is a powerful one for you if you're going through anything like that, if you're feeling it. Yeah. And it's a really cool one to repeat. And so I've just shared a few here, but I want to switch just briefly. Remember, you've got different affirmations. If you have high self-confidence, high self-esteem, write your positive affirmations in the now. I am. If you have low self-confidence or you're not feeling particularly great at the moment and you're on the path of growing your business, but you've had some challenges, you've had some hits, you've had some setbacks, and life's been a bit hard for you, especially in the past year, then you want to write your affirmations in future tense, as in I will. Yeah, so you're working your way towards that. And remember, if you really want to see a great improvement on your performance with what you're doing in your life, add your core values into the affirmations, and that will, as science shows and the research that I showed you earlier in this video, it will have that effect in improving your performance with the things that you're trying to achieve in your life and your business. So there we go, guys. That's me covering it. And I'm going to wrap up with this. Jim Rohn: affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. And there's a really important reason why I'm leaving you with that, because affirmations work so long as you work, i.e. the discipline of repeating them, practicing them, and living your life according to the vision that you want to create. Whether you know it as your vision, your purpose, your why, that's what all of this is about. It's about reprogramming yourself. It's about dropping the negative stuff as much as possible, because you'll never get to zero negative in your life. But the more that you can reprogram and restructure your life to give you more of the things that you do want in it, the better results you'll achieve on your way towards achieving your vision. And that's what I want to leave you with. And Jim Rohn, masterful personal development coach, one of the godfathers. If you don't know much about him, go check out some of his stuff. He's not with us anymore, but he's got a lot of great material you can still have access to. He was the coach to people like Anthony Robbins and many more successful people out there. If you want help, guys, you want to grow your business to over 10,000 a month in 60 days with a money back guarantee in 2021, then what I'd suggest you do is comment success below this video, and I will send you more details on how I can help you to become more successful in your business. I just want to say thank you for watching once again, guys. It's been a pleasure. Hope you enjoyed the contents of today. And if the content has resonated with you, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just head on over to leonstreet.com/YouTube and you'll be redirected to the YouTube channel, where you can click subscribe and hit the notification bell to be updated as and when I do live streams and upload new videos. And on that note, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope that you will write some positive affirmations that will inspire, motivate, and allow you to drop the negative bullshit that we all have biologically, as proven by science, so that you can achieve the things that you want in your life. That's my goal for you with this video. So thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.